Above 8,000 meters is a place known as the death zone, where oxygen is so low, your body slowly begins to die. Every step feels heavier, every second drains your strength, and every breath could be your last. Up there, Everest doesn't care who you are. Not your money, not your experience, not your dreams. The mountain decides who comes back alive. For decades, Mount Everest has been portrayed as the ultimate human achievement, the highest point on Earth, a place where ordinary people become legends. Every year, hundreds of climbers spend tens of thousands of dollars for one chance to stand on the summit. They train for years. They leave behind families, careers, entire lives, all for a few minutes at the top of the world. But the harsh reality of Everest is this: the summit is optional. Coming back alive is not guaranteed. Above 8,000 meters lies a place climbers call the death zone. And that name is not dramatic exaggeration. At that altitude, the human body is literally dying every second it remains there. Oxygen levels are so low that your brain begins to shut down. Decision-making becomes slower. Hallucinations become common. Even simple movements feel impossible. Imagine taking 10 steps and needing several minutes just to breathe again. Now imagine doing that while temperatures drop below -30 degrees Celsius, with hurricane force winds trying to throw you off the mountain. This is the environment where climbers are expected to make perfect decisions. One mistake on Everest doesn't always kill you immediately. Sometimes it traps you slowly. A misplaced foot, a damaged oxygen regulator, a delayed turnaround time, and suddenly, the mountain starts collecting another victim. What makes Everest especially terrifying is how normal death has become there. More than 300 people have died attempting to climb the mountain. Many of their bodies are still there today because bringing them down is often more dangerous than leaving them behind. Some corpses have even become landmarks. Climbers know them by nicknames. They pass them during summit pushes. And in some cases, they step over them. Think about how surreal that is. You spend years dreaming about Everest. You finally get there. You're exhausted, freezing, barely conscious, and beside the trail is the body of someone who had the exact same dream as you, still wearing their climbing gear, still frozen in time. One of the most famous examples was Green Boots, a climber believed to be Indian mountaineer Sawang Palyor, whose body remained in a cave near the summit route for decades. Thousands of climbers passed him on their way to the top. And the terrifying part? Many kept climbing. Because on Everest, turning around can feel harder than continuing upward. That's where the mountain changes people. At lower altitudes, helping another person seems obvious. But inside the death zone, every ounce of energy matters. Every minute matters. Saving someone could mean sacrificing your own survival. There have been cases where climbers walk past dying people because they physically couldn't help without risking everyone else. That reality shocked the world during the infamous 1996 Everest disaster. Multiple expeditions pushed for the summit despite worsening weather. Bottlenecks formed near the top. Oxygen supplies ran low. Then a brutal storm arrived. Visibility disappeared. Temperatures collapsed. And climbers became lost in complete darkness. Some froze while standing. Others sat down just for a minute and never woke up again. By the end of the disaster, 8 climbers were dead. But Everest didn't become safer after that. In fact, some argue it became worse. And perhaps the cruelest part of Everest is what happens psychologically. Many climbers spend years obsessing over the summit. They sacrifice savings, relationships, and time. So when they finally get close, turning back feels impossible. Even when storms arrive. Even when oxygen drops dangerously low. Even when their instincts tell them something is wrong. This is called summit fever. And it has killed some of the most experienced climbers on Earth. Because near the summit, people stop thinking about survival. They start thinking about victory. That's the moment Everest becomes most dangerous. So what is the harsh reality of Mount Everest? It's not really a mountain people conquer. It's a place where humans temporarily survive. The summit itself lasts only minutes. Most climbers spend less than half an hour there before descending. But the risks required to reach that moment can destroy lives permanently. And despite all modern technology, satellite forecasts, advanced gear, Oxygen systems, helicopters. Everest remains brutally unforgiving because human bodies were never designed to exist there. The mountain exposes every weakness: fear, ego, exhaustion, desperation. And sometimes, the greatest achievement on Everest is not reaching the top, it's having the strength to turn around before the mountain makes the decision for you. Maybe that's why Everest fascinates the world so much. Not because it's beautiful, not because it's tall, but because it reveals exactly how fragile humans really are when nature stops compromising. And yet, every year, people still return to climb it, knowing the risks, knowing the deaths, knowing some never come back. So the real question is, would you ever risk your life for a few moments on top of the world?